Hey everybody, got us another cover. Today is June 10th, 2019, and it is 3:30 in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time here in New Jersey. It's kind of an overcast, kind of warm, humid, not so warm, but humid day. I'm down at Deep Cut Hollow Park here in Middletown, located on Red Hill Road. If you want to come down, nice garden down there in the back. Nice walk to take there. The roses are out, you're smelling the roses. So this is an update on a Blue Zero Hero story I did a few months back. It has to do with a Audra Capps who encountered a Millville police officer by the name of Joseph Dixon. She was stopped allegedly for DWI, and she didn't exactly cooperate the way he wanted her to, and he took this 100-pound woman and flipped her over his hips, and he landed with all his weight on top of her and broke her ribs. Yeah. So far nothing's happened to him. The chief had praised him as being a fine officer. As always, you know, the gang sticks together. So anyway, the update here is Audra Capps has filed a lawsuit against him. She sent me a copy of the complaint. I read it, and so this story is reported in NJ.com. It's dated May 2nd, so I'm a little behind the ball on this one. I forgot about the story and I forgot to report the story. So here we are now doing it. And let's just read real quick what it says. Joseph Dixon, the Millville cop who has used more force than any other New Jersey officer. He's in the Hall of Famer. He's the Hall of Famer here in New Jersey for using the most force on anyone. Was sued Wednesday by a woman he arrested last year after he allegedly used excessive force. The 12-count federal civil rights lawsuit alleges that Dixon, 28, used force that was far out of proportion when he arrested Audra Capps in February of 2018. It also accuses the city and the police chief of negligence and an overseeing Dixon. And I agree with this because this guy has other problems going on too. The encounter was captured by a dashboard camera. In the video, Dixon slams Capps into the asphalt when she begins to pull away from him. The suit did not dispute the arrest itself. Capps later pleaded guilty to driving under the influence and resisting arrest after she was pulled over while driving home. But the lawsuit argued that Dixon's whirling headlock takedown maneuver could have broken her neck. And she's absolutely right. It could have broke her neck. You'll see, because I'm going to include the slow motion video of this, of what he did. A second officer on the scene, Brian Orndorff, was accused of excessive force, and the suit alleges that the two were deliberately indifferent to Capps' request to go to the hospital. Well, they're all deliberately indifferent because they don't feel the pain of you and I. See, they're dead inside. They're cold-blooded, most of them. That's the only way you can do a job like that, where you're going to go out and take people's freedom away and beat them up and do all kinds of harmful things to them. You have to be emotionally dead inside. Although the use of force report that Dixon filed on the incident did not note any injuries, medical documents reviewed by New Jersey Advance Media confirmed that Capps did have several broken ribs after Dixon restrained her, which she told me when I talked to her. She had several broken ribs and she was getting operations to try to get them fixed. The lawsuit said that Capps has undergone 2 surgeries to try and repair the damage and is still undergoing treatment. I don't know if there's anybody out there who's ever had a broken rib, but I've had a floating rib that got injured, and I can just imagine what a regular rib must feel like, and it's tough. It's tough when you're trying to breathe. It's tough when you're trying to sleep or move a certain way. Anytime you're flexing that rib, it hurts like hell. Police Chief Jody Farabelle said that they were taking the allegations very seriously and that Dixon's entire record was being investigated. Yeah, bullshit, okay? He was quoted saying he's a fine officer. Michael Santiago was both Mills, blah, 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 blah. Let's see, let me screw down here. The civil suit said that Capps has both lost wages and racked up medical bills over the past year. I'm sure she has. You can't work when you got broken ribs. The suit also cited the force report, the most comprehensive statewide database police force in the U.S., and a result of a 16-month-long investigation. That reporting found that during his During his first several years, Dixon reported using his hands and fists, pepper spray, and other types of force at more than 18 times the state average, 4 more than any other officer in the state. You think the chief would look at this clown and say, you know, we got a problem here. Maybe he needs to be on the supervision. He also reported that more injured subjects than all but one other cop. Farabella, the police chief, has previously defended Dixon as a fine officer. Well, of course he's fine. Whose standards are we going by? The gang standard? Gang standard, it's standard operation to hurt citizens. Dixon is also under investigation by the county prosecutor's office stemming from a fatal shooting that happened just over a year ago. All police shootings are investigated, and Cumberland County Prosecutor Jennifer Webb McRae said April 18th that the view is still pending. So he's not only beat this woman up from a flip and broke her ribs, he shot somebody, killed him. Right? Yeah, fatal shooting. So he shot and killed somebody. So this guy's got quite a resume. He's only 28 years old. Give it a little time. He'll kill somebody even worse. And let's see what else. So the lawsuit is here. You can actually scroll on it and see. And you'll see that yours truly, Gunnison Undercover video that I made is noted in the lawsuit. So I'm glad that I can be of help. That's what we're here for, to expose these blue zero hero turds, the big stinky ones, especially the ones that hurt people. And finally, you know, once again, Audra Capps is entitled to whatever money she can get. If she gets $1 million on it, thumbs up to her. But what does this officer Dixon have in it for himself? What personal responsibility does he have? Is he going to get fired if he costs the town $1 million? Of course not. He's probably get a promotion. He should be fired. He should not be allowed to be an officer. He's a dangerous person. He's a very dangerous person. And I hope that this costs the town of Millville a lot of money. Maybe they'll get rid of that chief who's defending these thugs. I just did a story about another officer from Millville that has like 24 allegations against him. He tried to get him thrown out, but the judge said, no way, you're going to stand trial for it. So you got two big stinky blue zero hero turds over there in Millville who are hurting people. And hopefully when the dust all settles, those two zero hero turds are gone. Off the force, so they can't hurt people anymore. This is I mean, at what point does the chief take responsibility for his force? At what point do these turds start taking responsibility for their actions? You know, I haven't talked about this well, but I say these damn officers need to come with their own liability insurance. So when the towns get sued, they get sued, and they gotta pay a portion out of their pocket. And just like your car insurance, you get in enough accidents, your car insurance gets so expensive that it becomes difficult to get car insurance. Nobody wants to insure you, or it's so expensive it's cheaper to take a cab. And that's what needs to be done. Yeah, that's a quick way of starting to fix the problem with these blue zero hero turds. And the other problem is the PBA, because the PBA comes to their rescue all the time, and these PBA are in the pockets of the politicians. And this is the problem here in New Jersey. You got a lot of blue zero hero turds. I report on them almost every week. I'm telling the story about it, and nothing seems to change. You've got an attorney general here in New Jersey. Doesn't seem to do a whole lot. He's a lot of gas bag, a lot of air service from him, but he doesn't seem to do a whole lot, does he? We've got that creep over in Howell Township. He's sitting home eating cereal, watching television. Nobody's fired him yet. We're still waiting. And then you got this Dixon down in Millville, beating people up, hurting them, breaking their ribs, shooting people, killing them. And he's still out there risking his life, protecting and serving us. Alright, we'll put the link to the story in the description. I'll put the original story I did in the description so you can find it quickly and easily. Let me know what you think about this story here, this blue zero hero turd. Audra Capps suing the town. Hopefully, let's cross our fingers. She's going to get a lot of money for that, and it's going to maybe it'll bankrupt the city of Millville. Who knows? Let's send a message, because this is the only way we're going to put a stop to it. Is to start costing the taxpayers a lot of money, and then these officials that we elect and we pay for have to start answering a few questions. If you ask me, I think Joseph Dixon needs to be fired, and this Farabella chief, he needs to be removed. from position of chief, because he's no chief. He's not leading anything. He's covering. This is Gunderson Undercover. You know the deal. You see something, you record something, and what's the motto here? I want to hear you say it. What is it? Make your rights strong again. And what are we going to do? Exercise them. So here's a dash cam video of him dealing with a woman that's about 5'4" and weighs about 100 pounds. And watch how he handles her. Okay, let's watch this again in slow motion. I've slowed this way down for everybody. Watch how he does this technique. She's giving a little mild resistance here. Now watch. He's going to grab her. Now watch how he grabs her. He proceeds to put a headlock on her. Grabs her, pulls, and he whips her around. Now watch this. Now watch how he comes down on her. This is what's important to watch. Boom. All his weight lands on her.